Hey, what's up? It's Tati, and I'm back with another review of AEW Rampage. Look, I watched Rampage, Battle of the Belts, and also SmackDown on Friday, but since I was with family all weekend, I just didn't have time to record it. However, better late than never. I won't be reviewing SmackDown, but I will say it was better than Raw. Let's get into the review. First match of the night, we had our boy Hook versus Ethan Page. Now, at first, when they announced that they were having a rematch, I was like, this is a waste of time. However, they did say with this match, it would be the FTW rules that come to play. So it's fall counts anywhere. Obviously, no DQ. So it'll make this more of a versatile match where we can see a different side of both of these guys. So since that was the case, I guess that was all right. Now, I feel like out of all the matches that Hook has had, this is the one match where I felt like we got to see a lot more, a lot better look of Hook. If someone would ask me to describe him, I would say he looks like a middle school wrestler. That's pretty much all I could say. We don't really know much of Hook other than that, yeah, he's the son of Taz. They look really, really different, but I do still see the similar styles when Hook is in the ring. However, we never got to see him long enough in the ring to really come up with a conclusion of who Hook is. And I feel like at this point, winning 26 matches in a row with no losses, that's absolutely horrible. Okay, now Hook, is not his fault. He's told what to do when he comes out and does it, you know. So with this match, I feel like we really got to see a different side of him. We do have this match starting off with Ethan Page not waiting for Hook music to finish, not even waiting for Hook to get in the ring. He wants to get things started right away. They do end up taking the fight into the crowd, which I liked as well, because it's not something I don't believe we've ever seen with Hook. Also, we do get to see them using tables and chairs, and also a garbage can, like things that we just don't normally see when it comes to Hook. So I like that about this match. Probably this would be the most memorable thing that he's done. I don't want to necessarily say the best. It's only because we got to see a little bit more of him. Now, JR on commentary talking about how diverse of a wrestler that Hook is. And I was like, yeah, JR, you know him, so you get to see that. The fans don't get to see a diverse wrestler in Hook. So I really do hope that moving forward from here, we get to see a lot more from him. And so far, this match here really made me look at him a little bit differently, since we got to see another side of him. Also, I really like Ethan Page as well. I'm really glad that the whole Matt Hardy thing and Isaiah Cassidy thing seems to be over right now, because some of these guys really need an individual push and don't really need a group, and Ethan Page is one of those people. I can see him holding gold by the end of the year if they cut the bullshit with pairing him up with just anybody. I think he needs a single career. That's what he needs right now. Anyway, I really did enjoy this match. However, it's still the same as far as Hook using the red rum to end the match. I just wanted to see something a little bit different, since we was getting something different. They did bring a table into the ring, and they didn't use it in the match. And right before Hook was leaving after the match, he then puts Ethan through the table. I guess you got to give the people what they want, right? If you brought it out, you might as well use it. So, like I said, I think that if you want to look at Hook in another light, you could probably see that with this match. I actually did enjoy it. Up next, we had 8-man tag, or lack of, with the Infantry, Bobby Orlando, LSG, versus the Acclaimed, Daddy Magic, and Angelo Parker. The match was nothing at all. Like, literally nothing of importance happened, and that's a shame, because we had 8 talented men in the ring, and unfortunately, we really didn't get to see anything. But this whole thing was really a setup for the Jericho Appreciation Society to attack the Acclaim. So after the match, all 4 of these guys are in the ring, and they are celebrating their win. And then we have Daddy Ass come in, and also Jake Hager. Jake Hager just seemed to be such in a rush to go hug Daddy Ass. You know what? I would be in a rush to hug him too. But the way it happened, it just seems so, I don't know, a little awkward. So as soon as he hugs him, he ends up slamming him onto the ring. I don't remember exactly what move he did, but he ended up slamming him onto the ring, and then that's where their attack started onto the Acclaimed. And I don't know. It just didn't, like, the way everything happened just kind of felt like, oh, yeah, attacking them. It just, something about it just didn't really feel like they made a huge impact with it. This is not like the BCC going around and terrorizing people. This just felt so like a light attack. You know what I mean? So I kind of didn't really like it. We had Jake Hager, who was attacking Daddy Ass's sneakers instead flew out of his foot, and that was weird or whatever, but I just felt like they could have made it such more of an impact with this. They're upset that they're getting rejected by the Acclaim. They wanted them to join or whatnot. I'm okay with them attacking them. I just feel like they just really didn't make a lasting impact with this. Either way, I don't like wasting my time with little moments like this. You have an hour of TV. Y'all could have did this so much better. Next, we had Swerve Strickland doing a backstage promo talking about he's joined forces with someone with the Mogul affiliates since Trench and Parker are down and out. And I mean, I don't know if they're like out of the Mogul affiliates, but I know that they said that they were injured a couple of weeks ago. So now he's saying that the Mogul affiliates have joined forces with someone, but he wasn't going to say who, and that everybody will find out later on. So let's move on to the next match and we'll get back to that. Next, we had Darby Allin versus Lee Moriarty. And first of all, I have to say this, the Firm have really great wrestlers. However, for whatever reason, they're heels and they're always just booked to lose. And I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of talent. However, Lee Moriarty in this match really shows he's a great wrestler. I love his style. And he put on a really great match with Darby Allin. I would say this is my favorite match from Rampage. I really feel like Lee Moriarty needs a push. He really does. We really haven't heard much of him on the mic, so he's never wowed me. I'll say that from whatever I've heard from him, but I feel like they should be pushing someone like Lee. It's just like a lot of people on this roster, and they keep focusing on certain people, mainly Darby Allin right now, because he is one of the pillars of AEW that will be going against MJF sometime in the near future for the Triple B. So I understand where they're going with this. So with that being said, any of these guys, they're going to be booked to win up until that match happened with MJF. I really do hope that somewhere closer to that match that at least each of them, or maybe one or two of them, gets an L, and that would be a little bit of a bragging rights to MJF leading up to that match. But either way, this match was really, really great. You really got to see a technical side from both of these guys in the ring. Also, on commentary, they don't fail to let everybody know that Darby Allin had got hit by a car doing one of his little skateboard things. If you follow Darby on social media, you'll see like this guy is not afraid to die at any moment. So he's doing a whole bunch of crazy shit online. But you can clearly see the bruising on his back and a little bit on his ribs. It's like blackish, purplish, like it looks really, really bad. But either way, he came into the ring and, put everything he had into this match. Yes, we do have Big Bill ringside. And yes, he did get involved, but I really feel like this is one of those times where even though somebody's interfered in the match, it does not take away the quality of the match. So these two really gave a really great match that I enjoyed. A lot of these spots looked really painful, especially for Darby, because he's been in that accident. You see all those bruising, so any little kick, any little punch, whenever Lee would stretch him out, you can really see like that shit has to hurt for real. But I really enjoyed this here. We do have Darby Allin, who finishes this match with a coffin drop, which must have hurt him to do. However, he ends up picking up the win. I'm not surprised about that. After that, though, on his way out, here comes Swerve. Swerve comes out, and then the cameraman made a mistake. Cameraman was too far back, and we saw that person that's supposed to be joining forces with the Mogul affiliates. And who was it? Brian Cage. And we can clearly see him trying to run out of the frame, but the cameraman caught it or whatnot. So you got to see it. You got to see who it was before you were supposed to. And out of the blue, Brian comes out and attacks Darby Allin. And it was like, whoa, okay. So right now, I don't have anything negative to say about Brian joining the Mogul affiliates. However, the commentators were saying that the embassy has joined the Mogul affiliates, and it's like, oh, if it's the embassy, where are the other two? Why is it just Brian who's coming out? It just seemed like lately we just see more Brian rather than the embassy itself. Prince Nana did come out, but that's expected. But if you're going to say that the embassy has joined the Mogul affiliates, I want to see the embassy, not Brian Cage. I don't have anything negative to say about it. Let's see later on where that takes them in the future. So we also have a moment where we have a sit down with Jade and Taya. They're being interviewed with RJ City. I think this is his first time actually on TV, so that was pretty great. And we do have the hardest working lawyer in professional wrestling, Mark Sterling, who's also there. They're basically telling Taya, stop using the Jaded. And Taya brings up a great argument that before Jade even thought she wanted to be a wrestler, she was using that move. And other people were using that move even before her, so it's not her move to claim. So Jade gets upset, gets all in her face. To be honest, this moment, it's nothing of importance, but it was great to see these two girls, face to face. I want them to have a match. As much as I would have preferred someone else to get the TBS title versus someone who just got in AEW, I still do think that Jade, she is amazingly confident. She is super beautiful and all that, but that doesn't make you a great wrestler at the end of the day. I do think she would benefit losing the title and, getting some training to be a better wrestler in the ring. She could really, really use that. So if Taya wins, I wouldn't be mad at that. And for our main event, we had Julia Hart versus Anna Jas. And I honestly was happy that the girls got a chance to main event a show. That's a great thing when it comes to women's wrestling, when they get a chance to main event. However, I do have to be critical about something. Both Anna and Julia have not been wrestling often. I've probably seen Julia wrestle maybe twice this year. Anna, the last time I know for sure she was in the ring was that match where, who was her partner? I think Tay was her partner. Not entirely sure, but they went against Willow and Ruby, and Willow fucked up and hurt Anna ribs, and that was the last time we seen her. So it's been a while since both of these girls were in the ring, and I have to be honest, at times I felt like it was moving really slow, and part of that is because at times these girls were waiting for each other to set up what they were going to do. So to me, as someone who likes to watch wrestling for the matches itself, I really felt like I caught all that. Other people maybe don't care about that, but I really feel like if you're going to put two girls in the main event on your show, you got to have some of these girls that have had more recent experiences in the ring. Unfortunately, I like these two girls, but I felt like I would have given the main event to someone else. But they do have a storyline going on here. Another complaint that I can say here is I feel like Julia, she has to look. She looks great. That look she gives in the camera, you just really see that she's changed a lot. However, I felt like she's not menacing enough in her matches, which is kind of why I brought up a few weeks ago about it would have been cool if Abaddon had joined House of Black, because we do get that from her throughout her matches. She just always in character at all times. But either way, I do feel like they did a great job when they were on the same page, but at times it just felt flat and really, really slow for me. And I think that, if we saw a little bit more of Julia's transformation in that ring, I feel like that would have made such of a huge difference. But unfortunately, we did not get to see that. But like I said, I'm really happy these girls got the main event spot. They did the best that they could. Julia Hart does end up taking the win after spitting out a black mist into Anna's face. So she went to get a chair. The ref grabbed the chair from Julia, and while the ref turned around getting the chair out is when she spit the mist onto Anna's face, and she goes in the ring and goes for an inside cradle for the win. I think that was the wrong move to end this match. She should have had a definite finisher that she could have used to really, I don't know, make her look more of a badass character, and they really dropped the ball on the finish itself. So I didn't like that part of the match, but either way, Julia takes the win. I'm interested to see where they continue to go with the storyline between these girls, or if they will continue, I don't know. But I kind of enjoyed Rampage. It wasn't that bad, but you know what, y'all on TV and y'all guys are live, I expected a little bit more. Alright, y'all, thank you for watching my review for Rampage. I'll be back shortly with my reviews for Battle of the Belts.